Welcome everyone to the Cakrasamvara practice session. We'll begin with the yellow prayer book, opening prayers on page 1.
Manam Gadanyam Besim Jindam Jedevadande Dong Hadanda Yudulana Mebayanda Bajo Jorambo Jedobazo.
All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue.
Sancho Sambala Bala, Teda Rinchen Bada, Tenzin Dola Pendunda, Sancho Semne Jibjijin, Tibjin Tuna La Bala, Rambajin La Barjiu.
I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Mainam Kadanyam Besim Jindam Jedevada Diveja Danda Barjurji Dong Hadan Dong Harje Jadan Javarjurji Dong Ha Mebe Devadam Mandarvajurji Nyelen Chadan Yedan Javedan Yola Nebarjurji.
May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. We'll go to the Cakrasamvara Sadhana, page 2.
Om Soba Yedai Sarva Dharma Soba Yedai Dong Bengang Le Sena Yerega Meme Jo Tuje Chenbuka Ganda Dagar Sharja Sabjeba Sapsa Tajan Tani Ben Trenje
From within a state of emptiness, the entire universe arises as the form of the great compassionate Lord, free of any reference point, white like a kunda flower, with one face and 4 arms. The 2 main hands are joined at the heart, and the outer 2 hold a lotus and mala. He is adorned with precious ornaments and sits in the Vajra posture.
Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Traga Negan Chojar Mayongong Sarme Medo Danga Yeraj Yongje Togar Dengzo Shakbanje Shak Tardan Yongje Nidena Puzuk Dubje Senu Guru.
At his heart, which is my dwelling place, is the wrathful king, the protector Achala, blue like a flax flower, holding a sword in his right hand and a lasso in his left, held in threatening mudra at his heart, standing on his right foot and placing his left knee on a sun disk seat. His splendorous form outshines the 4 maras.
Om Beja Tinja Maharu Kana Hum, Om Beja Tinja Maharu Kana Hum, Om Beja Tinja Maharu Kana Hum. Beja Tinja Maharu Kana Hum. Om Beja Tinja Maharu Kana Hum, Beite Ye Tujo Chimjong Penye Tan Rang Le Pama Sherje Gumdom Sanye Chawa Tuba Kajamze Yekam Yonjarur Betapsu.
At Achala's heart, upon a Dharma source, lotus and sun, I appear as Vajravarahi, red, with 2 faces and 2 arms, holding a curved knife, a skull cup, and a kavanga. With her right leg bent and left one outstretched, I abide in a posture of royal enjoyment.
Om Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvanandaya Bedarberozana Hom 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 Bebe So Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvanan Bedarberozanaya Hom 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 Bebe Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvanan Bedan Berozanaya Hong 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 Pe So Om Sa Bedan Rakanaya Bedarwananaya Bedan Berozan Pepe So Om Sa Bedan Rakana Bedarwananaya Bedan Berozanaya Hong 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 Pepe So Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvanan Bedan Berozanaya Hong 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 Pepe So Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvanan Bedan Berozanaya Hong Pepe So Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvanan Bedan Berozanaya Hong 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 Pepe So Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvana Bedan Berozanaya Hong 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 Pepe So Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvana Bedan Berozanaya Hong 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 Pepe So Om Savabdandra Bedarvanana Bedan Berozanaya Hong 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 Pepe So Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvanana Bedan Berozanaya Hong 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 Pepe So Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvanana Bedan Berozanaya Hong 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 Pepe So Om Savabdandra Kanaya Bedarvanana Bedan Berozanaya Hong 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 Pepe So Majanam Kanyam Besem Chena Dete Dong Hadar Xiang San Jie Gomban Top Sewan Yanam Jergong.
I will practice the yoga of the 4 empowerments so that all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, may have happiness, be freed from suffering, and gain the state of Buddhahood.
Ranya Yadam Nasar Mensansa Pemanya Datorzo Denjeten Save Lama Durjian Changeka Erukaba Bajum Dende Dorje Tenzin Pamoyam Dangji Tenzin Jayavim Rubatang Rinchen Dorje Jin Jin Chang Kum Xia Tenzin Jeze Nakar Gunjan Uda was Yedin Barjo Zam Sarva Dan Shujin Shabadan Jesa Yaran Kushin Survaye Geva Chumze Dage Chipsapa Tam Jezo Besan Chosen
Page 7. I appear as the Yidam deity. Before me at brow level on a seat of lotus, sun, moon, and brocade silk is my root guru Vajradhara in the form of Bhagawan Sri Haruka. Holding Vajra and bell, he is with his consort Vajravarahi, who holds a curved knife and a skull cup. The father and consort are adorned with bone ornaments, ribbons, and jewels. With one leg outstretched and the other leg bent, they stand on a seat of Kalaratri and Bhairava. Moving in the 9 moods of dance, they abide in a brilliance of rays and light. Whatever slight virtue I have gathered through prostrating, offering, confessing, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, I dedicate it all for great, complete enlightenment.
Lama Dorje Chan Khenpo Dala Wang Zedu Su Lama Dorje Chan Khenpo Dala Wang Wan Zedu Su.
Great Guru Vajradhara, please bestow empowerment upon me.
Lama ya men san zu bene azer karbo chu de men san ten lu je zheb zan ben be wan chu to da nye san je tam che du pe ge nan dong la ye chen kar nye de se la ma ya yang yang jiu jiang san ne ge zer gan man dan chan zhen ba de ge zheb jiang san we wan qiu do da nye san je tam qian de be song Tra dong ha jie ran yin ye de se la ma ya vyam to jie bar ve le wo zhen hong bon chu de nian ka de yi jie zheb zan sun be wam qiu do da niao san jie kun jie tok ran yin Ken ga ne bem chen zhe do la ma ya ya wa da wa ze xie jie wen ne dem go zum zen ba da ye be wan de san jie tam xie jie ge song to da nyam nye ye xie se Ngô nham ya lư trập tô chư te chư trà ye xia sa cha chen bo ne.
Page 10. From the coil of hair between the brows of the Guru Father with Mother, white light radiates, dissolving between my brows and cleansing the obscurations of my body. I receive the Supreme Vase empowerment, and I come to embody every Buddha's form, the deity mandala appearing yet empty. From the point of union of the Guru Father and Mother, white light with a red glow radiates, dissolving into my throat and cleansing the obscurations of my speech. I receive the Supreme Secret empowerment, and I come to embody every Buddha's speech, the nature of mantra heard yet empty. From the endless knot at the heart of the Guru Father and Mother, blue light radiates, dissolving into my heart and cleansing the obscurations of my mind. I receive the Supreme Third empowerment, and I realize the nature of all the Buddha's mind, free from all bonds of arising, ceasing, and abiding. The Guru Father and Mother melt into light, dissolving into my crown and purifying the grasping of my 3 doors. I receive the fourth empowerment and realize the vast and equal essence spontaneously as every Buddha's body, speech, and mind, and sameness wisdom. Thus I abide in Mahamudra, unfabricated, primordial awareness.
sim jin ji jang ma le ba tam je de ya sa lang ge ji.
By this virtue may I and other beings swiftly accomplish the glorious Guru, establishing all sentient beings without exception in that state. I supplicate to the Lord Vajradhara, Talopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Gambopa, Pakmodrupa, Jingden Sumgun, at the feet of the root Guru with the threefold kindness, and to all the root and lineage Gurus, the Yidams and the Dharma protectors, please grant blessings upon my mind.
Songva tab dewa Khenpo Rinchen Dorje Chö Treva Ale Dorje Nyama Shova Le Song Chira Tongpa Nyeja Rinchen Treva Chö Tamo Ante Kante Yongsu Chöpa La Yesa Nyama Tang Yongsu Da
Ahom transforms into Vajrasattva, who melts and arises as the Vajra, whose nature is the method of great bliss. And transforms into Vajratopa, who dissolves and arises as the bell, whose nature is the wisdom of emptiness. The Sanskrit vowels on my right palm transform into a sun, and the consonants on my left palm into a moon.
Om Sarva Tatang Gata Sede Bedzar Samai Tita Eka Satom Darayam He 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 Hong 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 Bezova Wom Ben and Dharma Naraneda Dwaraneda Sajaraneda Sarvam Buddha Chacha Chachale Chanja Paramada Nada Sobhav Benza Sato Shendaya Sindoka Hong 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 Ho Ho Ho
In an instant, I appear in the form of the co-emergent transcending conqueror.
Om Kendaro He Hong Hong Pe Om Soba Vashuddha Savadama Soba Vashuddha Huan Dong Ben An Lung Me Tu Ji Je Teng Da Ale Kabal Yang Xin Jia Che Ve Nan Mera Mama Shole Durze Ngat Naha Kule Shang Hong Drum Zem Kam Jen Se Jiang Du Borwe Yi Shi Je Du Se Jiang Zo Chen Bo Jo Om Ahong.
From the state of emptiness appear wind, fire, and a hearth of skulls. On this, from rises a vast and wide Kapala. Inside it, from Bi, Ra, Ma, Mu, and Su arise the five nectars, and from Na, Go, Da, Ha, and Ku arise the five meats, marked with Hum, Brum, Jim, and Kam. Through purifying, realizing, and flaring, the substances become a vast ocean of wisdom nectar. Om Ahom.
Om Khenpo Rohe Hong Hong Be Wo So Ba Wa Shuddha Sarva Dharma So Ba Wa Shuddha Huan Tong Ben Ale Long Me Tu Ji Je Deng Ale Ka Ba La Yang Xin Jia Che We Na Me Re Ma Me Shu Le Dur Tse Na Nako taha gule shana nam hong drum za kam jian chen ba jian do ba yi xi jie dur yam so chen bo jo wo ma hu.
From the state of emptiness appear wind, fire, and a hearth of skulls. On this, from A, rises a vast and wide Kapala. Inside it, from B, Ra, Ma, Mu, and Su arise the 5 nectars, and from Na, Go, Da, Ha, and Ku arise the 5 meats marked with Hum, Brum, Am, Jim, and Kam. Through purifying, realizing, and flaring, the substances become a vast ocean of wisdom nectar. Om Ah Hum.
Om Ka Ye Sawa Yaksha Raksha Sab Jeta Besha Za Udama Upa Mara Traga Nadaya Emam Balendra Hanindo Samaya Rakshin Sarva Siddhe Metra Yatsida Yate Ba Yate Jan Bunzata Parvata Zendrata Mate Dharmat Nasarva Gardaya Sölkha Beshuddha Sayaja Bhavin Hong Hong Be Zova Om Ka Ye Sawa Yaksha Raksha Sabda Jet Besha Za Udama Abba Mara Traga Nadaya Hemam Balendra Hane Samaya Rakshinda Sarva Siddhe Metra Yatsinda Yati Ba Yati Jambunzada Nada Zendrata Madi Dramada Mama Sarva Gardaya Sesaka Besha Saya Jabamendo Hong Hong Be Zawa Om Ka Ye Sawa Yaksha Raksha Sabda Jet Besha Za Umbrada Abba Mara Traga Nadaya Eman Balendra Hane Samaya Rakshinda Sarva Siddhe Metra Yatsinda Yate Bam Yate Jan Bunzata Barva Drada Mate Dharmata Mama Sarva Kartaya Sölkha Beshuddha Saya Jabavendo Hong Hong Be Zawa Wo Jong Xin Jong La Dang La Nei Jin Sun Bon Jong Bo Dang Sha Za Ye Da Nü Ze Da Jib Zen Kan Zhu Ma Me Zo Qun Jin Tun Be Dur Ma De Yin Na Nam Je Da Ja La Sancho Zhibe Zhongze Jian Garqin Yinze Xiawata Chele Nam Jian Zhu.
Om. Guardians of the directions, local guardians, gods, and hosts of Nagas, harm bringers, bloodthirsty demons, elemental spirits, flesh eaters, hungry ghosts, insanity inflictors, memory crippling demons, dakinis, and mamos, please accept this Torma offering. Help us yogins attain enlightenment, pacify adverse circumstances, harm, and injury, and cause the 4 enlightened activities to be accomplished.
sarva dharma soba Jedavan tong ban ngang la ala tu ban no nam jana hong ye xiu wa le song wan chu ba chen sam jie me cha ngo wo sa pa me ba dur za la nam ba ran ran ge se le che bar jin do ju.
From the state of emptiness arises Ah, from which arise skull cups, each containing a hum. The syllables melt and turn into inconceivable offering clouds, undefiled nectar in essence, and a variety of distinct features in appearance.
Om benza agam hu, Om benza inza mana hu, Om benza Drupchö hu, Om benza badan hu, Om benza bube hu, Om benza dube hu, Om benza luge hu, Om benza ginde hu, Om benza nevede hu, Om benza shabda hu. Namjir sangan khandu ma kholo sumje dani chi Pao danne pame Tsok la tadu josum Simshin kunje tunje sera dane hera gajar je Simchin tamche hera ge Gompan cholang barje voi sanje chudam gendam tadu dane josum je Namjir sangan khandu ma kholo sumje dani je Pao danne pame Tsok la tadu josum Simchin kunja tunja sa dane hera gajar Simchin tamje hera ga Gompan cholang barje wo.
In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I unceasingly take refuge. In the Yogin, secret mantra, and Dakini, the embodiments of the three wheels, and in the male and female spiritual warriors, I unceasingly take refuge. For the sake of all sentient beings, I will become Heruka and establish all sentient beings in the supreme state of Heruka. Shri is non-dual primordial wisdom. He is emptiness of causes and so forth. Ru, free from coming together, and Ka is nowhere abiding.
Simchen tamche la pemba dan deveja pa hera kavu shere hera guha.
I am glorious Heruka, the cause of benefit and happiness for all sentient beings. Shri Heruka Ham.
Danya parchen dombar savar punga jarva rangata Kanga yunga jinche tsona sancho samba sarvaye Toso hongle hongje ngana neja marse yejurba Sobje drupa yongsa jale meshek dorje ravata Sabje drava kurtam labre yishi me kurkangje Sanso Geje Yone Trave Satera Khenpo.
I appear as great glorious Cakrasamvara. My 5 aggregates are the 5 Buddha families, my 5 elements are the 5 mothers, and my sense sources are the bodhisattvas. From the life force syllable hum at my heart emerge 4 Sumbani mantras, black, green, red, and yellow. They emanate into the 4 directions and transform into an indestructible Vajra fence, ground, web, tent, canopy, and a dome of wisdom flames, becoming a vast protection sphere, solid, secure, and utterly terrifying. It is impregnable to obstructors, even to Brahma.
Om Madana Benza Bava Bezar Bindavu Om Bezar Chakara Hong Bang Om Bezar Benzara Hong Bang Om Bezar Betana Hong Kang Om Bezar Shara Zola Samjam Om Benzan Zola Annalanga Hong Hong Rang Heragai Toga Hong Leva Zentu Lama Tang Kolo Dumbalat Lenjanang Harjin Jang.
The light radiating from the home at the heart of myself, appearing as Haruka, invites the Guru and the gathering of Cakrasamvara deities into the space before me.
Nama Shire Cakrasamvara Mendra Labe Om Shire Heruka Sapareva Agamba de Dasova Om Shire Heruka Sapareva Baden Bade Dasova Om Shire Heruka Sapareva Pipe Bade Dasova Om Shire Heruka Sapareva Pipe Bade Dasova Om Shire Heruka Sapareva Aloke Bade Dasova Om Shire Heruka Sapareva Gende Bade Dasova Om Shire Heruka Sapareva Nevede Bade Dasova Om Shire Heruka Sapareva Shabda Bade Om Benzang Gende Hong Hong Om Rupa Benza Hong Hong Om Rasim Benza Hong Hong Om Sabba Shem Benza Hong Hong Om Dharma Dardamba Om Benza Amrita Bunzama Samandra Savarana Samaye Hong Om Sarva Tathangata Anurangan Benza Sobhava Ema Gonjo Sumlo Dobjanje Dipa Mega Sosasha Rove Gala Jayara Sanje Sancho Yejezo Sanje Chedan Somjala Sancho Bharta Dagyan Ramjan Tunya Rabdrasa Sancho Semne Jibarje Sanchung Choga Semne Jijan Simchen Tamja Dagan Rundanya Sancho Junjo Yong Jub Benzo Sanjendra Parsho Konjo Samla Dojanje Dipa Migya Sososha Rovi Gela Jayara Sanje Sanjo Yejezo Sanje Chodan Somchola Sancho Parda Dagjanje Ramjin Tomni Rabdrasa Sancho Semne Jibar Sancho Choga Semne Jijene Semchen Tamje Dagen Rundan Samcho Jincho Yong Jibarje Jola Benzo Sanjendra Barsho.
Page 33. I take refuge in the three jewels and confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtues of beings and will hold the Buddha's awakening in mind. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly until attaining enlightenment. I give rise to bodhicitta in order to fully accomplish the purpose of others and myself. Having given rise to the supreme mind of bodhicitta, I welcome all sentient beings. I will practice the supreme bodhisattva conduct of acting with kindness. May I attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. The field of accumulation dissolves into me.
Om Sobhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Sobhava Shuddha Van Rana Dara Rikpa Hongya Nada Namba Karneshe Chukya Sartunga Dorje Vaku Tawa Lare Mere Sungar Jimbar Vusan Dankarva Longme Chese Rera Tenda Natso Bima Jadramva Drumle Rinchen Neto Ledra Yarmi Karnchen Wambava Senye Kunzen Sera Bima Dorje Mera Tutruji Devi Natso Chuji Deva Nyama Jide Dindenta Tadun Jise Jinkar Vusa Sungyan Sosa Kamarva Rani Nade Kiji Shubha Dongje Hongje Omomba Untru Janchon Rove Tuse Landu Sawo La Temshin Danye Sawo Samsen Danje Yongse Jirle Lezome Yini Jumden Deve Choja Namka Tamen Dan Choji Sharche Jinsum Chitse Jiksen Zetam Dorjen Chenzewe Togan Rinchen Zetin Jinjen Rarbe Tozo Jinjenbe Zemo Norvan Duda Nazo Dorje Yunda Dose Nye Dodo Yumna Choja Shayun Gumban Jizeje Gowa Dazen Rawa Jambe Tupsin Nume Pananeshi Tosham Chorshen Tolung Abja Toshar Tangje Sajado Kunchang karga nyamden bardo dorje namja serendo. Sharje jinsang transam sansa tuba karbon eteje. Sayung tuba dursa kanwa yabjen ganan chujenda. Yeba dengza dorje chewa sona guna dikpetsa. Yung yab jiangxin yeba yamche denyam jezhou lang zoji. Ramzi jimo chala jixin togang nga jo torsharta. Saja nga den yabyum nigang tsimbe zhexin tajansa. Karpe meda zikji tangde tarshi nyangja derangbe. Dunda yungja yeba namsang kanzho lama tumjin. Zukjin mana ngojang kasar sharje jinsum gurwetsa. Yeze zhazhe tukun wajin kambo nga sho tosharjin. Saye zhigo namkar saxin yunbe tuzha tukanjin. Zhomo kachang kardin dixin nyungi jime jime cha. Saja nga den yudar dina yigang kaje jabdun cha. Zangzhen daje durse pumden tubanze. Lana chava daten omkwan rinpa pima amarbo. Nyinka natso dorje hongo yabje nyinka omwanka. Gowa nama heser dane chezo sowa homarbo. Chakpa niso bodra hakle nani hong monose. Yina guna pekham janko yamje dewa omam. Yankar homa kado ngochen kachang karnang gaboda. Gowa shimshim rabda sirxe chezo hong 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 jang. Yina guna pekpe toka rabda sebe jirem son.
Page 36. My body gradually dissolves into the awareness home, which then remains in space in the form of the nada string. From the luminous and empty nature's natural state of all phenomenon arises an intensely blazing protection sphere of vajra ground, fence, tent, web, canopy, and masses of fire. At its center arise space, wind, fire, water, earth, and Mount Meru, upon which arise a variegated lotus and a crossed vajra. At the center of that arises a broom, from which arises a great immeasurable palace, made of various precious substances, brilliant and complete in its characteristics. Outside are spheres of lotuses and vajras, masses of fire, and the charnel grounds. Inside the palace, in the center of a multicolored lotus, is a sun disk with Bhairava and Kalaratri as a seat, upon which is a mandala of sun and moon, and the white vowels and red consonants. In an instant, the nada of my awareness enters it and transforms into a vajra with a brilliant blue hum at its center. Light emanating from it makes offerings to the Buddhas and benefits beings. The light gathers back and dissolves into the seed syllable. The moon, sun, seed syllable, and implement transform, and I arise as the transcendent conqueror, Cakrasamvara, outshining the radiance of a clear sky. I have one face, 3 eyes, and bared fangs. My hair knot is adorned with jeweled, dried skulls bound up by a garland of vajras along my hairline. The top of my hair knot is adorned with a jewel, the front with a crossed vajra, and the left with a crescent moon. Holding a vajra and bell in my hands, I am embracing the consort. With my left leg bent, I stand on Bhairava's head, and my outstretched right leg presses down between Kalaratri's breast. I bear the 6 charnel ground adornments, a loose tiger skin skirt, and a garland of 50 freshly severed heads around my neck, and I display the 9 moods of dance. On my lap is a coral-colored Vajrayogini with 1 face and 3 eyes. Half her hair flows down loosely, and the other half is bound up with 5 dried skulls. Embracing the neck of the father, her left hand offers a skull cup filled with nectar. The right hand in threatening mudra fiercely brandishes a curved knife with a vajra handle. Her left leg is outstretched and her right leg is wrapped around the father, blissful and endowed with the youth of a 16-year-old. Her beauty is extraordinary. She is naked and delights in blood, wears a garland of 50 dried skulls, and is endowed with the 5 mudras. The father and mother are adorned with major and minor marks and silken scarves. Like the fire at the end of time, their blissful union of method and wisdom is magnificent. In front is blue Dakini, to the left is green Lama, behind is red Kandaroha, and to the right is yellow Rupini. Each has 1 face, 3 eyes, menacing laughter, bared fangs, hair flying loose, and a crown an ornament of dried skulls, and a garland of 50 dried skulls around the neck. In their right hands they each brandished aloft in space a curved knife, and in their left they hold to their hearts skulls filled with blood. A kavanga is tucked into the crook of the left arm. Their bodies are naked and sensuous, and they are endowed with the 5 syllables. With right leg outstretched and left leg bent, they dance majestically upon corpses. In the 4 intermediate directions, upon moon discs are vases filled with the 5 nectars and topped by skull cups filled with the 5 meats. At the forehead of each deity on a moon disk is a white Om. At the throat on a lotus is a red Ah. And at the heart, at the center of a crossed vajra, is a blue Hum. At the father's heart are white Om Ha. At the forehead, yellow Namahi. And at the crown, red Sa Ha Hu. At both shoulders, black Vau Sat He, and at both eyes, crimson Hum Hum Ho, and at all limbs, green Pe Ham. At the navel of the mother is red Om Vam. At the heart is blue Ham Yom, and at the mouth, white Hrim Mom, and at the head, yellow Hrim Hrim, and at the crown, green Hum Hum, and at all limbs, gray Pe Pe. Hem, hem. The light radiating from the home at my heart invites the Viras and Yoginis of the 10 directions and the empowerment deities into the space before me. The wisdom and commitment beings become indivisible.
Om Yoga Shuddha Sarva Dharma Yoga Shuddha Om sarvada dangat abe kinza dhamma shibesot jebar durjaya kamva pamba sadhu dhonane Jatar Damba Samjana Tejin Shigun Tusurta Lai Chunna Dabaye Tejin Daga Chujewo.
Having been supplicated, the empowerment deities hold aloft vases filled with nectar and proclaim, just as the Buddhas were bathed upon birth, we will bathe you with pure water of the gods.
Amma sarvada dangada abe kenga de somma yerayahu sheso wango kugang chimada dewa chimbaran jen chojerne wanla ramdan chala jinjeve zola mejo yamna namnanda Kanjo Majaren Jinju.
Saying this, they bestow the empowerment with the nectar which fills my body and purifies all defilements, transforming me into the supreme nature of great bliss. The empowerment deities then dissolve into me. From the overflowing nectar arises a crown ornament of Akshobhya on the principal lord, Vairocana on the mother, and Ratnasambhava on the 4 dakinis.
Om Shere Hero Gasa Bare Vara Agam Bade Zaya Sova. Om Shere Hero Gasa Bare Vara Inza Mana Bade Zaso. Om Shere Hero Gasa Bare Vara Drupchö Bade Zaso. Om Shere Hero Gasa Bare Vare Bading Bade Zaso. Om Shere Hero Gasa Bare Vare Bade Zaso. Om Shere Hero Gasa Bare Vare Bade Zaso. Om Shere Hero Gasa Bare Vare Aloge Bade Zaso. Om Shere Hero Gasa Bare Vare Gande Bade Zaso. Om Shere Hero Gasa Bare Vare Nevede Bade Zaso. Om Shere Hero Gasa Bare Shabda Bade Zaya. Lama Tamba Namje Shardoma.
I offer to the mouths of the kind root Guru and all the glorious holy lineage Gurus. Om Ahom.
Om Shiram Banza Hiraga Om Hom Traga Samvara Om Om Bedzam Bero Zanaya Om Om Drakenaya Om Lama Om Kindaroha Om Rapunaya Om Sarva Dharma Balai Om Sarva Tatanga Anurangana Benza Soba Emago Om Jom De Bavo Mando Vala Samsalo Karpa Chimbo Thame Medava Rabba Thoje Chibin Chimba Den Chize Jijin Jisarong Asha Sana Uza Tunta Pavoda Jata Shansan Tudan Kajanze Tage Baba Nozan Chamanze Toa Mechen Tunso Kalan Om Chumden Dema Dorje Pama Lana Samsalo Pama Jitan Sumjo Shinje Mata Riga Vansoji Yumba Tamjen Jinze Kunde Jima Dorje Dima Mapam Shinje Mata Vanze Yoeji Tokyang Kumbaran Zedan Jikso Ronga Chumon Jikzimo Trabze Sobze Rabdan Jikbara Sijya Parar Lejama Nambara Jama Mungbaran Zikya Raktang Mukbaran Zembamo Dorje Pamo Namjar Chimo Duje Wanso Malanda Shije Wandang Gukpe Lenanta Lansar Simza Chemba Nyajana Gadang Joda Chadra Linjita Nimbo Namjar Maja Samsatu Takpa Laso Tijin Shibaje Pamba Yadang Dirza Kawan Samsa Jiba Zukje Nebai Tapshir Mepela Santalu.
Page 52. Om. Homage to the Conqueror, the courageous Lord, I bow to you who blaze like the fire at the end of a great kalpa, whose locks are bound up at the crown, whose face is terrifying, fiercely bearing fangs, whose hands, gleaming with 1,000 lights, raise a battle axe and a lasso, and hold a spear and kavanga. You who wear a tiger-skin robe and whose smoky colored resembles great darkness. Om. Homage to the transcendent conqueress Vajrahi, to the superior mother of the three worlds, invincible awareness consort, who destroys all fear of evil spirits with your great Vajra nature, to you with controlling eyes, who remain like a Vajra seat unconquered by others, who neutralize even poison, fierce, wrathful, fierce lady, bearing your fangs, terrifier, annihilator, who severs completely, who conquers all adversaries, all victorious one, conquering those who make us dull, rigid, and confused, to Vajrahi, great yogini, powerful lady, who fulfills all desires, I bow. Homage to the four heart yoginis who represent the four activities of pacifying, enriching, overpowering, and suppressing, the four placements of mindfulness of body, feeling, mind, and phenomenon, and the four levels of joy, joy, supreme joy, beyond joy, and co-emergent joy. Homage to inseparable method and wisdom, the four tathagatas such as the unchanging one, abiding in the intermediate directions, in the form of offerings, the four vases with skull cups filled with nectar.
Kuba zozun kurlo ye jewa hamdang rinpa om karshin hinka hum humbo dewa ama tenye le ishi me bar kurlo som so sorne be yegana section yang ya karchapa yegala de Drupon.
Inside my body, appearing as Haruka, are the 3 channels and 4 chakras. At my crown is a white hum, at my throat a white om, and at my heart a blue hum, and at my navel a red ah. From the ah, wisdom fire blazes forth, burning away the syllables of the 3 chakras. From the hum, white drops descend, and restoring the 3 syllables, blissful warmth blazes forth. From the home at my heart, a mantra garland emerges. It descends through the pathway of the Vajra, enters the lotus of the mother, and rises through her central channel. It emerges from her mouth, enters again into my mouth, and dissolves into the seed syllable at my heart. In this way, it circles continuously.
Om
The mantra revolving around the home at the heart of each dakini radiates light. From these rays of light, deities emerge who then act for the benefit of beings. The light then gathers back and dissolves into the home.
Om Traga Om Traga Om 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 Lama Om Lama Om Lama Om Lama Lama Om Kindaro Om Kindaro Kindaro Om Kindaro Om Kindaro Om Kindaro Om Rapane Om Rapane Om Rapane Om Ranga Tok Hong Jia Songkur Dudro Tanje Do Yari La Tang Tenye Jang Kanro Yedang Teyam La Yavim Yap Jang Toga Hong Om Nye Shap Jo Kobango Datsi Nada Padda Nada Mama Uzarva Nyamyang Andu Lodo.
The light radiating from the home at my heart gathers the protection sphere and charnel grounds into the immeasurable palace, which dissolves into the four dakinis, who dissolve into the mother, who dissolves into the father, who then dissolves into the home at my heart, which dissolves from the hook at its foot upwards into its body, the body into the head into the crescent moon, and finally that gathers into the nada string. The nada, too, dissolves and becomes imperceptible, settle within luminous clarity, even and vast.
La yang chola nyada yarani barjin Yarja sani jibek nando jamadavaso.
Once again, like a fish leaping from water, I arise as the great glorious Heruka, with one face and two arms, whose magnificent form appears clearly but is empty, like a mirage.
Om Khendaro Hom Om Soba Vashuddha Sava Dharma Soba Yudava Dongbangang Le Lungme Tuji Jateng Ale Kabala Yangshin Jachi Vena Mera Mama Shale Durzengat Nataga Taha Kale Shanga Namdu Drama Zan Kamjian Janto Barwe Shije Durze Jam Chembo.
From the state of emptiness appear wind, fire, and a hearth of skulls. On this, from Ah, rises a vast and wide Kapala. Inside that, from Bi, Ra, Ma, Mu, and Su arise the five nectars, and from Na, Go, Da, Ha, and Ku arise the five meats, marked with Hum, Brum, Am, Jim, and Kam. Through purifying, realizing, and flaring, the substances become a vast ocean of wisdom nectar.
Ranga Thoga Hong Sara Devoje Omen Chum Devenjo Pawo Namjara Maje Bamena Jinjan Dunja Nankarjo Barjo.
Pem, the light radiating from the home at my heart, invites the conqueror Cakrasamvara from the pure land of Akanishta, together with myriad Viras and Yoginis, to come here to this space before me. On the tongues of the assembly of the deities of the five wheels, or white vajras the size of a barley grain, the torma is offered to the deities by moving it in a circle, to the left for those in the cardinal directions, and to the right for those in the intermediate directions.
Om Beza Arale Ho Tsa Hung Bahu Om Beza Samaya Tsada Dreshaya Ho Om Beza Arale Ho Tsa Hung Bahu Bezan Dragana Samaya Sada Dreshaya Ho Om Benza Arale Ho Sahong Bahu Benzan Dragana Samaya Sada Dreshaya Ho. Om Shere Hero Gasabara Vara Agam Bade Zaso Om Shere Hero Gasabara Vara Padang Bade Zaso Om Shere Hero Gasabara Vara Bibe Bade Zaso Om Shere Hero Gasabara Vara Bibe Bade Zaso Om Shere Hero Gasabara Vara Aluga Bade Zaso Om Shere Hero Gasabara Vara Ginde Bade Zaso Om Shere Hero Gasabara Vede Bade Zaso Om Shere Hero Gasabara Shabda Bade Zayasu. Jicha Chapa Chinam Dorje Pamo Delando Sita Shiva Nyambar Yapa Jomja Kunda Dobanjo Chuna Ubo Tamjan Kartaya Badanya Zibat Gumbo Tukje Chiji Jina Limbar Jeba Tukje Dalwa Tukje Lamonanda Shinta Zedo.
I bow to glorious Haruka, great hero, utterly pure Vajra Lord, and to Vajravarahi, passionate one for those with great passion. Equally victorious over attachment to existence and peace, you have conquered all conceptual thoughts. You see the even space-like nature of all phenomenon. Protector, may the nectar of your heart, infused with your compassion, drench me. Goddesses, please care for me with your great love.
Om Kaka Kaye Kaye on Teman Jacha 80.
Page 80.
Nasim Ishi Banarani Lathambarju.
The wisdom being dissolves into myself.
Danye Jomden Deso Sarva Toga Nyankar Hong Aga Gowo Namahes Jitsuk Do Soha Hema Chakvani So Bodra Hena Mekni So Hono Homa Ina Gun Tanja Pejangun Nam Jansen Barju.
I appear as the transcendent conqueror. At my heart are white Om Ha, at my head yellow Nam Mahi, at my crown red Svaha Hu, and at both shoulders black Va Sa He, and at both eyes crimson Hum Hum Ho, and at the limbs green Pe Ham.
Om Sambhana Sambhana Hum Pe Om Gahana Gahana Hum Pe Om Gahana Baya Gavana Ba Hum Ba Om Anaya Ho Bangave Beya Ramzoya Hum Pe.
Now we'll take a 30-minute break and return at 11 a.m. for Drupon Rinchen Dorje Rinpoche's teachings on the Cakrasamvara practice.